All right, so for today, we're going to be practicing some stuff from the Mike Matessi Force Drawing Human Anatomy book. I did have a copy of this years ago. It's one of the books I got stolen. I also used to have the Force Animal Drawing book and the Force Character Design book. Those both unfortunately got stolen from me, along with the newer edition of this book. I still have my original edition of this book, but I used to have an updated edition that got stolen from me. There's still good information in here, but I will be getting a newer version of this sometime soon in the future. But this is a system of gesture drawing, essentially. Gesture drawing, and that also, of course, drives shape drawing and drives anatomy, by a former Disney artist, Mike Matessi, who's got a really big website and he's got a YouTube channel and stuff worth checking out. So this is a really, really useful book right here, covering like subject of like breaking down human figure anatomy using his it's a simplified anatomy book essentially. And simplified anatomy is very important for animators in particular, because we make stuff that moves. So we kind of have to come up with a system that is going to be like easy to track movement. So he talks about like the general system and approach to how you want to approach like making the shapes for the anatomy and the system of force, of like how like forces act on the body and how muscle function works and stuff. And then he starts getting into specifics. And this is what I really love about this book. You'll notice like right here on the binding, it's all color coded. This is for each muscle group, bone group section of the body that he simplified, that you can immediately grab and refer to. So this isn't a book that's made for you to use on the go when you're on the job or something and you want to pick a particular like section to jump to, like green section right here for, as you can see, shoulder blades and let's see here, shoulder blades and chest and deltoids, for example. And he talks about how to simplify these into gestural shapes that are easier to memorize and a lot more functional that way. So far more recently, I haven't used this book in years, so I'm going to be kind of getting back into it along with all you guys. The only section I've really kind of dug into recently has been the upper thighs, right here, where he talks about how to simplify and memorize the anatomical shapes of the upper thigh in these kind of simple, memorizable shapes, which are still like the same complexity of those parts of the thighs. It's the same information that is in this right here. And I'll flip over to Michael Hampton here in his, here we go, in the legs right here. So right here, so your tensor fascia lata right there, that's that muscle right there. TFL, really tricky muscle, wraps over there, anchors from the corner of the pelvis. Gluteus medius, that muscle right there. Abductors, which are these inner thigh muscles right here that pull the thighs inwards. Quadriceps, which are these three muscles right here. There's actually a fourth one, but it's not visible on the surface. That's what they call it, quadriceps. But three muscles right here, which act on the top of the thigh. The sartorius, which is this kind of snaky muscle right here. That's origin point, same as the TFL right there. And let's see here. Yeah, and he also gets into some other parts of this as well. The iliotibial tract, that's what it's called. I've been pronouncing it wrong. But it's this kind of like key shape thing that links on the outer side of the thigh, hooks in there. He also talks about the hamstrings, which are of course on the back of the thigh right here. And anyway, so how does Mike Matessi handle this stuff? Well, I mean, this is why you want to diversify what you study, because this is a little bit more like complicated. This is a lot more simple. So you can bounce between these and see ways of stylizing stuff and memorizing things and kind of Frankenstein something together that works for you. So we're going to take a look at this here. How does he simplify this? Well, we'll take a look. So look at this. See, there's the sartorius right there. There's the tensor fasciae lata right there. Quadriceps. Those are, he's actually broken up these into three muscles here, but that is the adductors right there. And he shows a little kind of gestural system of how to think about them. And look at that, look at that. That is the shape of the tensor fasciae lata, the sartorius, and that's also the shape of the adductors right there. Memorizable shape. Then creating this shape right here. It's creating the divot for the quadriceps right there, and also there. And it becomes an easy memorizable system that you can just like break down further into the muscle shapes that you need, like this. And yeah, he further gets into range of motion for the muscles and stuff. This is side view right here. So yeah, this is all in all a fantastic book. Strongly recommended. I'm going to be digging into it a lot more on my stream. And you can view, you can go to my Twitch TV stream, twitch.tv, I am Space Dad. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking up this book. And of course, the newer edition of the original book too.